feel like I'm a pretty talkative guy, and I don't know. I just feel like I needed to talk. So I just thought about growing up because I'm 19 right now, and when you're 19, you're still in the era where people are like, oh, you're still young, but you're also adult. And it's just weird because you never really feel like either an adult or like a child still. Like even when you're 16, 17, you're like, oh, I feel grown, or like I'm getting to the point where I'm grown. Once you hit 18, 19, you're like, I don't even feel like I've actually went through what adulthood has been described to me as. And I've just never had the feeling like, oh, I'm transitioning from childhood to adulthood, and I don't think I have yet or not. And it's interesting. It's interesting just how much a year separated from graduating high school can really make you think how time moves. Is it you it just, the college era of your life just feels like you have more time to yourself, and it doesn't feel as hectic, but you also feel more lazy even if you're doing the same things or even doing more work, because you don't go to school every day usually, and you're just living your life, and you're rushing to grow up and feel like you know that you're an adult, and feeling like you should be someone that you're not yet becoming. And while you're on your way to becoming an adult, you feel like you kind of just missed everything. Everything is just nostalgia. Even while you're a child, you're like, oh, I miss all the stuff that I used to do. And you miss, it's just when you're 12, you're like, oh, I miss doing nap time in kindergarten, or you know once you're 18, you're like, I just miss being in the environment where I have friends, or people to talk to, or a schedule. Even if you don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. to get to class or whatever, you still miss the environment. And even even when you count the stress and everything about being a teenager and growing up and trying to go through school and trying to get all your stuff together, and maybe you get bullied or something, or it's just random like scandals or drama around school, like there was still a place where you could go and you'd see all your friends and you can make more friends. And you know I just think it's interesting how people grow up, and um, even through early adulthood you never really feel like an adult. Like your life could be completely different, but you still feel like you have such a long way to go. And people always say oh, I'm 30, I'm 30 years old, and I'm not even close to growing up. Or I'm 50 and I just learned how to wipe my ass. It's I guess people always learn different things, and lives are different. And you always wonder, just am I still my childhood even as a, an accepted adult? uh you don't ever want to take anything for granted, even while you're taking everything for granted. I just feel like people should accept that there's always going to be a childhood aspect to people's lives, no matter how old you are. And it doesn't matter if you know oh, I just entered adulthood, I'm 18, I'm 19. You're not an adult. I don't think anyone's an adult until 21, 20. I don't know, 20 maybe. I don't know. They're 18 and 19. I feel like are just the transition from childhood to adulthood in some ways. But I also feel like, as I said, that childhood is always a part of someone's life, and people people try and rush into like the feeling of being an adult, or trying to get ahead of people and being an adult. I feel like that's the way to get to the flagpole of life, or whatever, like the upper echelon of life is who can be an adult faster. But yeah, like as I say, like I have my own group of friends, and I'm so glad I have a loving relationship for years, all throughout my teenage years, and it's just like there is people out there who, don't have friends after high school, or can't figure out how to get a relationship after high school. I just like think like you never realize how different it is. Like people in school are just rushed into a room with 30 other people, and it's just like you can easily make friends, and you can easily form relationships, and you see each other every day almost. Like you spend more time with these people than with your family throughout the months and like years. And it's interesting. It's like anyways, the key takeaway is like even if you can't go back, and you feel like you're in a transitioning period, or like you still haven't let go of your childhood tendencies, like you feel like you're not becoming an adult, or you've never really transitioned. It's always that, like, it's just memories are part of us, and they should never be like looking back on it in a saddening way or anything like that. I just feel like people are always like adultified, when they're entering their late teenage years. I feel like everyone should just remember like where they came from. But if any of you guys have any stories from growing up, or like turning into an adult, like, just leave them down below. Make sure to